Comparative market analysis practice test. Question 1. When a mixed minus-use property transaction involves the legally permissible, physically possible, financially feasible use that produces maximum value, which answer identifies the controlling concept? Option A, capitalization rate. Option B, highest and best use. Option C, cost approach. Option D, adjustment. The correct answer is option B, highest and best use. Land is considered as vacant and the improved property is also considered as currently developed. The conclusion may differ from the property's current use when another use is reasonably probable. The analysis tests potential uses in a logical sequence. Question 2. A practice question describes the principle that value is supported when a property is reasonably consistent with surrounding properties. Which response is best in the settlement preparation described? Option A, net operating income. Option B, external obsolescence. Option C, conformity. Option D, accrued depreciation. The correct answer is option C, conformity. Similarity in use, size, quality, and style can improve market acceptance. Over-improvement may not return its full cost when it exceeds neighborhood expectations. Complete uniformity is not required, but severe incompatibility can reduce value. Question 3. During a contract revision, which principle is illustrated by a valuation method converting expected income into an indication of value? Option A, potential gross income. Option B, market price. Option C, gross rent multiplier. Option D, income capitalization approach. The correct answer is option D, income capitalization approach. Net operating income and an appropriate capitalization rate are central to direct capitalization. The analysis focuses on the property's ability to produce future benefits. This method is commonly applied to investment property.
Stressed about your property and casualty? We can take property and casualty for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 4. Which answer states the concept associated with an independent supported opinion of value developed through a recognized valuation process? Option A, appraisal. Option B, market value. Option C, net operating income. Option D, reproduction cost. The correct answer is option A, appraisal. The assignment requires identification of the property rights, intended use, effective date, and relevant market data. Licensing and professional standards govern who may provide regulated the formal valuation services. The report should explain the reasoning and evidence supporting the conclusion. Question 5. An investor handling a condominium unit in Gaithersburg must identify loss in value caused by outdated design, layout, or building features. Which choice is correct? Option A, accrued depreciation. Option B, functional obsolescence. Option C, contribution. Option D, highest and best use. The correct answer is option B, functional obsolescence. Some deficiencies are curable, while others cost more to correct than the value they add. An inefficient floor plan or inadequate utility can reduce market appeal. The condition can originate within the property even when the building is physically sound. Question 6. During an offer review for a cooperative unit in Bowie, Imani needs to identify the rule described as the current cost to construct a building with equivalent utility using modern materials and standards. Which answer applies? Option A, income capitalization approach. Option B, appraisal. Option C, replacement cost. Option D, comparative market analysis. The correct answer is option C, replacement cost. It is often more practical than reproducing outdated design or craftsmanship. Depreciation is subtracted when the method is used to value an existing improvement. The estimate does not require an exact duplicate of the existing structure. Question 7. A landlord is reviewing a duplex in Rockville. Which term describes the current cost to create an exact duplicate using substantially the same design and materials? Option A, replacement cost. Option B, income capitalization approach. Option C, effective gross income. Option D, reproduction cost. The correct answer is option D, reproduction cost. Accrued depreciation must still be considered for an existing building. Obsolete features may make the amount exceed the cost of a modern equivalent. This estimate can be important for historic or architecturally distinctive improvements. Question 8. At a pre-listing meeting, a Maryland exam candidate encounters the following description: the relationship between net operating income and value expressed as a percentage. Which concept is being tested? Option A, capitalization rate. Option B, contribution. Option C, replacement cost. Option D, net operating income. The correct answer is option A, capitalization rate. Dividing stabilized net operating income by this rate produces a direct capitalization value estimate. Higher perceived risk commonly corresponds with a higher required rate and a lower value, all else equal. The rate should reflect market expectations for comparable investments.
Are you looking for property and casualty actual questions? Visit our website pokerexams.com to access property and casualty study guide with actual questions and answers. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get property and casualty answer key today.
Question 9. Amina is assisting with a townhouse transaction in Westminster. Which principle applies when the facts involve a valuation method comparing the subject with recently sold similar properties? Option A, market value. Option B, sales comparison approach. Option C, external obsolescence. Option D, income capitalization approach. The correct answer is option B, sales comparison approach. The adjusted evidence indicates how the market values the subject. Comparable sales are adjusted for meaningful differences in features, location, condition, and transaction terms. This method is especially useful when many similar properties have sold. Question 10. Which answer most accurately identifies the principle that a buyer will not pay more for a property than the cost of an equally desirable alternative in a real estate transaction? Option A, progression. Option B, net operating income. Option C, substitution. Option D, capitalization rate. The correct answer is option C, substitution. Comparable opportunities place an upper limit on rational pricing. Adequate time and informed decision minus making are assumed. The principle supports all three major valuation approaches. Question 11. A question arising during inspection period concerns a valuation method combining land value with the depreciated cost of improvements. Which choice gives the best classification? Option A, income capitalization approach. Option B, sales comparison approach. Option C, appraisal. Option D, cost approach. The correct answer is option D, cost approach. The method is useful for newer or special purpose improvements with limited sales data. The analyst estimates replacement or reproduction cost and subtracts accrued depreciation. Land is valued separately because it is not depreciated in the same manner as buildings. Question 12. While analyzing an office building, RENA must apply the concept involving a decrease in a superior property's value due to the influence of lower quality neighboring properties. Which answer should be selected? Option A, regression. Option B, appraisal. Option C, progression. Option D, income capitalization approach. The correct answer is option A, regression. The surrounding market limits the return on overimprovement. Location and neighborhood consistency therefore matter in valuation. A highly improved property may not command its full potential in a less desirable setting. Question 13. Which real estate term is defined by the amount a property feature adds to or subtracts from overall value? Option A, accrued depreciation. Option B, contribution. Option C, gross rent multiplier. Option D, substitution. The correct answer is option B, contribution. This principle guides adjustment analysis and renovation decisions. Buyer preferences and local market expectations determine the feature's market impact. The cost of an improvement does not necessarily equal its market impact. Question 14. In a transaction involving a retail suite, which rule controls when there is a factor derived from comparable sales by dividing sale price by gross rent? Option A, market price. Option B, net operating income. Option C, gross rent multiplier. Option D, substitution. The correct answer is option C, gross rent multiplier. The multiplier provides a quick value indication when properties have similar expense relationships. It uses gross income and does not directly account for individual operating expenses. Consistency in the rent period is essential when applying the factor. Question 15. A closing agent asks about the most probable price a property should bring under typical conditions in an open and competitive market. Which answer provides the legally accurate concept? Option A, appraisal. Option B, contribution. Option C, gross rent multiplier. Option D, market value. The correct answer is option D, market value. It is an opinion based on market evidence rather than the amount one particular person happens to pay. The estimate assumes informed parties, reasonable exposure, and no unusual pressure to act. Financing terms and special concessions must be analyzed when they distort the transaction. Question 16. Zane encounters an increase in a lesser property's value due to the influence of superior neighboring properties during a financing review. Which principle should guide the analysis? Option A, progression. Option B, accrued depreciation. Option C, appraisal. Option D, reproduction cost. The correct answer is option A, progression. Market perception can raise the value of a modest home located among more expensive homes. The opposite influence is commonly described when an expensive property is surrounded by inferior properties. The benefit reflects surrounding quality rather than a physical change to the subject. Question 17. Which choice best matches the description a broker's market minus based estimate used to help a client make listing or offering decisions? Option A, accrued depreciation. Option B, comparative market analysis. Option C, market price. Option D, functional obsolescence. The correct answer is option B, comparative market analysis. Its purpose is practical pricing guidance for a transaction. The analysis compares recent sales, active listings, and market conditions. It is not a formal appraisal unless performed by a person acting within appraisal licensing authority. Question 18. During review of a small apartment building in Frederick, the parties discuss a dollar or percentage change made to a comparable to reflect a difference from the subject. Which term applies? Option A, sales comparison approach. Option B, potential gross income. Option C, adjustment. Option D, net operating income. The correct answer is option C, adjustment. If the comparable is superior, the comparison change is generally downward, while an inferior comparable is adjusted upward. The process seeks to make each sale indication more comparable to the property being valued. The comparable is adjusted, not the subject property.
Stressed about your property and casualty? We can take property and casualty for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 19. An exam scenario presents loss in value caused by influences outside the property boundaries. Which answer is most accurate? Option A, market value. Option B, functional obsolescence. Option C, substitution. Option D, external obsolescence. The correct answer is option D, external obsolescence. Market comparison helps measure the effect on value. The owner usually has limited ability to cure the source. Nearby nuisances, adverse land uses, or economic decline can reduce demand. Question 20. A licensee preparing for a per-listing meeting must recognize loss in value caused by wear, damage, age, or deferred maintenance. Which concept does this describe? Option A, physical deterioration. Option B, reproduction cost. Option C, progression. Option D, effective gross income. The correct answer is option A, physical deterioration. The condition may be curable when repair cost is economically justified. Structural wear and short-lived component failure are common examples. It is distinct from design problems and outside economic influences. Question 21. Which answer correctly classifies a situation involving the total loss in value from all causes affecting an improvement? Option A, adjustment. Option B, accrued depreciation. Option C, replacement cost. Option D, conformity. The correct answer is option B, accrued depreciation. It is deducted from cost new in the cost approach. The amount includes physical deterioration, functional problems, and external influences. The analysis concerns value loss rather than accounting depreciation for tax reporting. Question 22. At a due diligence meeting in Towson, Jonah explains potential gross income adjusted for vacancy and collection loss plus other property income. Which real estate principle is involved? Option A, physical deterioration. Option B, highest and best use. Option C, effective gross income. Option D, market price. The correct answer is option C, effective gross income. The figure estimates revenue reasonably expected from normal operations. Operating expenses are deducted afterward to determine property minus level income. It recognizes that not every unit will remain occupied and every charge will be collected. Question 23. A transaction file for a warehouse raises an issue involving the total income a property could produce at full occupancy and stated rent levels. Which answer best resolves the classification? Option A, conformity. Option B, reproduction cost. Option C, progression. Option D, potential gross income. The correct answer is option D, potential gross income. Other recurring property income may then be added. This amount assumes every rentable space is occupied and all scheduled rent is collected. Vacancy and collection losses must be deducted to reach a more realistic revenue measure. Question 24. Which concept should a tenant apply to facts involving the actual amount paid in a specific transaction? Option A, market price. Option B, comparative market analysis. Option C, highest and best use. Option D, physical deterioration. The correct answer is option A, market price. It can differ from a supported value opinion because of motivation, financing, or unusual circumstances. One sale should be interpreted in the context of the wider market. The figure records what one buyer and one seller agreed upon. Question 25. Caleb is studying a rule concerning effective gross income minus operating expenses before debt service and income taxes. Which term should be chosen? Option A, comparative market analysis. Option B, net operating income. Option C, replacement cost. Option D, appraisal. The correct answer is option B, net operating income. The result is used in income capitalization and investment analysis. Mortgage payments and depreciation deductions are not treated as operating expenses in the calculation. This measure reflects property operations rather than the owner's financing choices.